Hello again, Cons here. Over the next few days or weeks or so, I'm going to be covering all of the decoration farming methods and which one is the best and stuff. I actually lost a bunch of data, and so that's the reason the video hasn't come out yet. But anyway, initially, to help you really make sense of all of that stuff, I needed to go over like how the decoration generation worked and what Feystones gave you, what decorations and the melding tickets and stuff like that. And so I figured it's finally time that I talked about this this spreadsheet that I have. This is linked at the bottom of all my descriptions, so you can find it that way. It's fairly simple. I extracted most of the data from .podb. So check out that site there if you want the raw data. However, I found that site really difficult to navigate. Wasn't very convenient. And so I've summarized everything here in a fairly convenient form, and I just want to explain what everything means so that we're all on the same page going forwards. So this table on the left is basically just all the raw decorations you can get in the game alongside their buckets and their weights. Don't worry so much about the weights. The weights are what give you the probabilities, but I'll just give you the probabilities myself. So you just need to worry about the buckets. The way that the game works is it splits the decorations into various buckets. These tend to be divided under rarity lines. So we have these 9 buckets over here, and I'll explain this table in a bit more detail in a second. But basically, rarity 1 are rare 5, bucket 2, sorry, are rare 6, rare 7, rare 8. Bucket 5 is a bit of a mixed bag. These will be rare 9, 10, 11, and 12. It's not 100% true. There are some decos that don't fit that mold, but it's just a sort of rough guideline. You can filter the raw decoration list here using these filters in these yellow boxes. You can specifically ask for decos from a certain bucket. So for example, we can ask for all the decos from bucket 5. The bucket rate basically says if you have a bucket 5 deco and you don't know which one you're going to get, these are the probabilities that they each of them. So they're all 1.75 except for apparently Iron Wall Jewel. Not so useful, but what's more useful is the Fey ticket filter. So for example, if we search for mysterious Feystones only, you ignore this table, it gives you a separate filter here. And basically what it tells you is every single mysterious Feystone has a 4.57% chance of being antidote 1, a 0.429 chance of being earplugs 3, so on and so forth. You can also filter further. You can filter the raw deco list by, well, you can pick an individual deco here, or you could specify a word like, I don't know, resist. And it will give you everything with resist as a substring. And then for example, if we filtered further by asking only ones from bucket 8, you can see we only get the resist from bucket 8. Now the last thing to talk about, and I am sorry that this video is sort of long, tedious and mathematical, but I do think this is quite important. I get asked these questions all the time on the stream, and I'm going to basically just start linking people to this video. But which Feystones give you what decorations? We'll start with an obvious example that a lot of people are interested in. For example, let's say attack plus, or let's do expert plus maybe. Where's the expert plus deco? Expert plus. So if I only want the expert plus deco, that only drops from bucket 9. Bucket 9, we can see up here, only comes from sealed Feystones. And so I can tell you without a doubt that if you want expert plus, you can only get them from sealed Feystones. You can go a step further and just explain how exactly this table works. Basically, every time you roll a mysterious Feystone and you appraise it, it has an 85% chance of picking a bucket 1 deco and a 15% chance of picking a bucket 2 deco. Now, let's say we get the 85 roll and it picks a bucket 1 deco. Well, we can see which decorations it's going to pick by checking for bucket 1. And so then it'll pick one of these decorations according to one of these probabilities. An easier way to see exactly what you can get from Mysterious Feystone, as I've mentioned previously, pop that in there and it'll give you everything you're interested in. Every single decoration Mysterious Feystone can give, as well as the probability of giving it. And so for example, we can go to sealed Feystone too. Oh, typed that wrong, good job. Sealed Feystones. And here you go, we can see exactly what chance we can get of each decoration from each sealed Feystone. And you can see there's a lot of garbage in here as well as all the good stuff like Steadfast Jewel 1, Airplug Jewel 3. And the reason you can get these from sealed Feystones is if you look at the table, look, sealed Feystones have a 17% chance of giving you a bucket 5 deco. And bucket 5 decos contain lots of garbage. So that's the reason that you'll often find that your sealeds are praised to nonsense, stuff that you don't want. So Attack Plus and Expert Plus can only come from bucket 9, which means they only come from sealed Feystones. So for example, Astral Melding tickets, doesn't matter how many you appraise, you will not get Attack Plus or Expert Plus from them. What you can get from those, however, is oh, and I guess I should talk about the tickets. The Astral Melding tickets only drop you bucket 8, which is yeah. And then if you wanted to know what that means, you can either put the bucket 8 here to see the bucket, or you can search by Astral Melding tickets over here, and this is these are what they give you. But yeah, so another example that a lot of people always ask me about is Agitator. So let's go oh, it's not called Agitator, is it? 1 second. Challenger, that's what it's called. So we can put in challenge, and what are we looking for? Challenger plus. Challenger plus comes from bucket 8. And so you can get it from anything that drops bucket 8 decos. So every single carved Feystone has a 12% chance of being a bucket 8 deco, which in turn, then you can see what the probability of getting the, if we search for bucket 8, you can see what the chance of getting an Agitator plus one would be. You can also get them from sealed Feystones, more likely, and most likely are astral melding tickets. So we can use this to answer a quick maths problem, and I'm sure everybody who hadn't already clicked off the video definitely has by now. But okay, let's say we're only interested in Agitator plus, which is obviously a bit of a stretch. You probably want attack plus and stuff too. But let's just say, for sake of argument, you're only interested in Agitator plus. Let's say that every time you do the Tempered Elder quest, you get 5 sealed Feystones, which isn't strictly true, but whatever. And let's say every time you do the Tempered Furious Jang, you get 2 astral melding tickets. Which one would be better? Purely for Agitator plus. So it's actually quite easy. We know that every time we open a sealed Feystone, on average we have a 20% chance of getting a bucket 8 deco, and so if we were to open 5 of them, we'd expect on average 1 bucket 8 deco per quest complete. Whereas with astral melding tickets, because we're getting 2 of them, and all of them always give you rare 8 decos, we can say that we'll get 2 guaranteed. And so that way we know that the astral melding tickets are more, the Rajang quest is more likely to give you Agitator plus in a shorter amount of time, unless of course you can beat the Tempered Elder quest much faster, and that will obviously depend on you, and you can take the ratios of time into account in these calculations. So for example, if you were doing the Elder quest twice as often, like if you did it in half the time than you did the Jang, then they would suddenly become equal because you could do 2 times as many quests. And when you account for all the other stuff you get, like all of the rare decos, obviously the elders would be better. But anyway, you get an idea of how you can use these numbers to perform calculations. Hopefully I've gone over everything and covered all of my bases. Hopefully you now know exactly how to see all of the decorations that you want and how to get them. So if you were interested in like heroics plus, you could easily just type in, I think it's not throttled. Is it just heroics? No, I don't know. Anyway, let's say we were looking for throttle jewel plus. We can see it's from bucket 8, and then if we wanted to see all the bucket 8 decos, we could do that. If we wanted to see all of the ways of getting bucket 8, we could put in, you know, carved Feystones, steel Feystones, astral melding tickets. We could put them all into here, see what the drop rates are, and you can do whatever maths you want to using this table. So hopefully this has given you a good way of finding out exactly how to get the decorations that you want. Yeah, I don't think I really have anything else to say. I know this video got a little bit tedious. I'm sorry, but it's pretty much required reading for the next few videos when I compare them. Don't worry if you couldn't really understand or follow along too badly. I will be covering the individual quests and what they're best for getting, and I'll tell you explicitly which quest to do when I make those videos. But for now, yeah, I hope you find the spreadsheet useful. Again, it is linked in the description. And yeah, let me know if you have any questions. Just post them in the comments, and I'll do my best to answer as many as I can. Yeah, so anyway, take it easy. Bye-bye.